So I will call to order the subcommittee, the Finance Subcommittee meeting of the Utility Service Board. And there is one item on the agenda, and that has to do with bonding for the 2021 water rate case. And according to the agenda, Vic was going to take the lead on this, but I don't see him logged on to the meeting.
Jim, it's Laura. I can probably get us started.
Okay.
So you may remember, the Finance Subcommittee may remember when we put forward the cost of service study, part of the revenue requirements was for a bond to work on some of the projects that were in the capital investment plan. And we sent around the bond parameters last week, along with a copy of the capital investment plan. And this information was all in the revenue report from Crow. I've also got on the call Jared Hall from Cronin Associates and Bruce Donaldson from Barnes and Thornburg. And they're working on the ordinance, which you should receive before we have the next full committee meeting, or sorry, full board meeting on the 16th. So the bond parameters are pretty straightforward. They're similar to other bonds that we've done. And I can answer any questions that you might have about it. If you want me to read through it, I'm happy to do so. And we can talk about any of the projects that were listed in the CIP that would be covered under this.
So there is nothing for us. This is just an announcement, basically, that something is coming.
Yeah, so we're looking at the max par amount to be about $17,200,000.
How much?
So $17,200,000. So we wanted to make sure the Finance Committee subcommittee had a chance to discuss it, ask any questions that they might have, any issues that you think you want more information on before we bring it to the full committee.
Okay, I see Vic is here now.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add, Vic?
No, we've got the people working on developing the language for the bond ordinance, and we'll bring the bond ordinance in 2 weeks, assuming that all these numbers seem fine. We're just reinforcing what we talked about previously during the rate case discussion.
Okay, I guess we'll wait to see the ordinance, and will this subcommittee meet again before the meeting on the 16th, or will it go right to the full board?
Well, unless you have a concern with, I think the main thing this subcommittee would be concerned about would be the numbers, and we've been through them before. But if there's not an issue with the numbers, my guess is you could just recommend approval of the numbers, and then we could look at the language at the board meeting, or we could have a short subcommittee meeting before the board meeting. We've done a number of bonds. It's basically similar to the previous ones. I don't think there'll be anything surprising in there. Laura, do you?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be pretty straightforward. And I apologize. Jennifer Wilson from Crow is here. She's her team put together the actual max parameters, that document that you received. No, it's all pretty straightforward, similar to the ones that we've been doing. A lot of it's kind of up in the air because we wouldn't go for bond until the rate was approved next year, hopefully in 2022. But we do have to take this with us to IURC, so we are trying to get it done now before we file.
Okay, sounds good. Any questions from Amanda or Megan? Seeing none?
No, I have.
Oh,
No, I have a question, Jim. Sorry.
Go ahead.
So I just want to make sure something on the summary sheet that you gave us, this one. In looking at the Waterworks revenue bond, is that final maturity is 2037?
That should be correct.
Okay. And then there was another date I was questioning. No, actually, I think that was the only one. That was the only.
Okay. Yeah, and I hate speaking off the cuff, but that, I believe that was a 20-year bond, so that would be right.
Okay.
Sorry, Amanda, which bond issue are you talking about?
The Waterworks revenue bond that was issued in 2017.
Yes, that one does go out to July 1st, 2037.
Okay, great. It just seemed kind of odd because all the other ones were a little bit close. There were closer dates. So
Yeah, that was a new money issue, so it went out for 20 years, and that's very typical, as Laura said.
awesome. That was my only question.
Okay, if there are no other questions.
I don't have any questions. I guess I was thinking, so I like to read it and then I like to hear it from you all, and then I need to like digest it and read it again. So I think that was what I was kind of thinking we would do today. So I do want to look back over everything again. And if we need to have a finance subcommittee meeting prior to our board meeting, then I'm fine to do that as well.
I don't think it would hurt. It could be at 4:30 or at, or even 4:45 unless, I don't think there'll be anything too controversial, but I think it's probably worth it to have another one. And we can get you the bond ordinance language as quickly as possible. So there'll be time to review it before the meeting.
Yeah,
We can also handle questions by email or phone or whatnot.
that sounds good. Why don't we set it for 4:45? I don't think we'll need more time than that.
If any questions come up in the meantime, just let us know.
Okay. All right, with that, I'll be happy to entertain a motion to adjourn so that I can walk the dog. I guess I need to ask, since we're on Facebook Live, are there any questions or comments from our viewers?
There are no questions or comments via Facebook.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, we're adjourned until our regular meeting at 5 o'clock. See you all then.